Okay, so for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to actually open up and mod this stick. I won't go all the way by removing my plexiglass or the buttons really. I'm just going to show you how, like, what needs to be done in order to actually change the art, basically. And maybe rewiring if you want to, but the way it's set up, it's a Street Fighter configuration, so you might want to keep that as a standard. Unless you want to go cross, square, triangle, and circle here. But I don't know why you would do that these days. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is probably get the cable back into its compartments, since it will make it a lot easier instead of having wires laying around. So let's do that first. Alright, so once that's done, I would recommend you to go grab a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a smaller screwdriver, and maybe a flathead too. Mine's a 2-in-1, so it will come in handy. And let's start by actually flipping it over. Yeah. And you want to remove this screw here, this one, that one, that one, this one, and that one. So let's get started on that. Once you remove the 4 big screws, you will notice that there is an extra screw right under it. So these are the same exact size as the one in the middle, so you want to remove those two. So now that all the screws has been removed, you just want to take the cover off, put it to the side, and this is what the inside's gonna look like. Focus. Alright, so basically these buttons over here are the buttons used for the game, obviously, and you're gonna want to look at it and make sure you write down how the color is ordered so you don't forget when you remove all the buttons for the art. Alright, so I will help you guys since I have it in front of me right now. If you're opening it and your joystick is on the right side, the color order will be from top here will be yellow, green, red, black, blue, purple, let's see, orange, and then brown. Alright, so one of the things you want to do is basically, you don't have to remove the joystick. That's the good part about this. All you really have to do is get the big flathead screwdriver, put it in there, and then take your other hand, grab the ball top on the other side, and hold it firmly. So while having that on one of your hand, the ball in your hand, and the other one with the flathead screwdriver in the slot, hold the ball tightly and then turn with the screwdriver. Don't turn with the ball. Turn with screwdriver until it's loose. Once you start feeling it's loose, just put the screwdriver away and just roll the ball top off until it comes off. Then remove the dust shaft and then take off the dust cover. And that should be removed, and it should be only like one metal stick sticking up, which shouldn't interfere with your art placement. As for removing the wires, this might be the trickiest part, and might be the only part where you can actually maybe damage something. But don't worry, you can't damage this as long as you follow this step. The reason why I told you to get a tiny flathead, because it might help. The thing you want to do is, there are quick disconnects on these buttons. Alright, and what you want to do is tug on the quick disconnect a little bit. Okay, I didn't expect to actually pull it out with my hand, but if you can pull out with your hand, that'll be great. So, see the silver part? Yes, pull on that. Do not pull from the wire. If you do, you will rip out the wire from the quick disconnect. And that means you need to recrimp it again, and if it's your first time, you're probably not going to be able to recrimp it. But let me show you another example, since I actually pulled it out with my hands. I didn't expect that. Let's see. I will put it back in here. Here's a better, closer example to what you will be doing. See, okay, I put back the quick disconnect on another button to show you guys an example. What you want to do is remove or push aside the quick disconnect cover. And there's the quick disconnect. What you want to do is tug on the quick disconnect a little bit to create some space right there. As you can see, there's a space in between. Now, let's see if I can do this with two hands since I have to hold my phone. This is going to be tricky. Alright, so what you want to do is... I'm not sure how I'm going to explain this. This is really hard since I don't have an extra pair of hands. Take your tiny screwdriver, put it in between this little crevice right here, or a little space, and then just keep twisting until it comes off, or it gives you a little more gap to pull it out. Let's see. I want to show you guys, but I need a place to put this somewhere flat. All right. See this little tiny space right here? Put the screwdriver there, turn it so it will loosen up the button. Or sorry, this quick disconnect. And then after that, just pull. Alright, next I will show you how to remove the buttons. These buttons are snap-on buttons, so can't tell if you can actually see this. But there are two little things on the side right here where they snap on. So in here, they lay down like this. So if you see those two tabs on the side, since they're snap-on, like this one right here, there's hold this on this side and on the other side. Press those two and start pushing down when you remove the cable. And then once you do, just pull it out from the other side, and it should be good. So again, the buttons will be facing down like this. You want to take these two tabs, squeeze them until they're in, and then push them out. After you've done all that with, there should be 8 holes here by now with the wire just hanging around. These buttons you don't have to worry about since they don't affect the art. And this can stay here since you already took off the ball top. At this point, you will still have your Street Fighter Cross Tekken art over here on this whole thing. What you want to do is get like a sharp knife or a scalpel and start from a corner. Take that knife, put it under the sticker, pull it, and then once you have a little tab with sticker, just start peeling off from the corner and go across the whole stick until it's clear. Once you do that, it might leave some residue, or for my case, it did leave residue, but since it was also like a lama label, it had a little like a paper surface or whatever you call it, and it wasn't much sticker at all, so I just left that on there and put the art on top since it won't damage it at all. So yeah, if you have residue, just try to get rid of it as much as you can. If you don't plan on to change the art ever again, you can just leave the residue right there as it is and put your art on top. But the thing is, if you do that, your art will stick to the residue. So that's what I plan. I don't plan to change this art ever again, so it's good for me and makes it a lot easier for me, because scrubbing that whole thing off was going to be a bitch just because that thing covered the whole entire stick. Alright, so once you peel off the sticker, you are going to have 6 screws. It might be covered by the residue, but you'll find it pretty easily. So there is 1 screw there, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, And I opted not to take out the 6th one, and I just left the original screw in there and put the art on top over it. But you might want to put a 6th one here if you want to. So unscrew those. And then take your art from Art Hong or from anywhere you get it from. Line up the art with the holes here. There should be eight holes here and 1 hole here for the art. Put it on top. Alright, now take your plexiglass and do the same thing, because it has to lay on top of it, obviously. Put it on there. And now, when that's done, Art Hong also gave you the screws in the package, these black screws with the washer. Make sure you use the washer or else you might risk damaging the plexiglass. So take that, screw it in the holes. You should be done. And now, just take your buttons, shove it back in the holes, and put your dust cover back, dust shaft back, and do the exact same thing with the ball again, except this time put the flathead screwdriver back in the slot, and then roll this back on. This time hold the screwdriver and then tighten with the ball. And it should look something like this now. So basically ball, 8 buttons, or 6 depending on how you configure it, and 6 screws, and a very shiny plexiglass on top with your fantastic art. Now, after that, I hope you wrote down the cabling, because you're going to need to put them back. And this should be done already since I told you to put back the ball. So basically, with the quick disconnect, do the exact opposite of what you did before to disconnect them. Just put it in the quick disconnect, push, and done. Just do that for the rest of 8 of the buttons. Put back the cover, screw everything back on, and you're done. Alright, I hope this kind of helps. I personally think this is a garbage video since I have to use my phone this time because my flip camera is dead. But hopefully this helps. Alright, thanks for watching.